Time for another episode of mulching my garden beds. Hopefully this is the last time I have to mulch them for the season. My husband mowed after vacation, so we had a ton of clippings. And if you're wondering why they look a little bit more yellow than when I typically do it, it's because it sat in the top of the compost for a few days. And there wasn't a reason for that other than I just hadn't gotten around to it. Also, if you saw my video of garden fails, I do think that mulching with the green grass did kill a few of my seedlings. So quite a few people did say that they let theirs fully dry out before they mulch. I'm not patient enough for that though. And if you have kids, this is a really great garden activity to include them in. They think that it's so fun. And back to seedlings, I do have a few more things I'm going to plant, but at that point the grass will be fully dried out, so it really shouldn't affect the seedlings. You would think all of these bush beans at the end of this bed would keep the soil pretty moist, but they really don't, so I tried to just kind of like shove some of the clippings in there as best I could. It was really difficult though. And then in this other bed where I've been trying to grow okra over and over, I did add a little bit more clippings on top because I did have a few thin spots. And now that every single one of my raised garden beds are mulched, I'm only gonna have to water like every 2 to 3 days, which is insane for Texas. But once we get into the hundreds, that may be a different story.